Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? I'm doing pretty well. I had planned on making a video last night, well, yesterday afternoon, but there was so much going on. So much there was so much energy and things going on in my house and with my grandson, and there was just too much energy and I just couldn't do it. I didn't have enough time. There was just crazy stuff going on and there was a lot of sadness and my grandson was sick. He went for a COVID test. He did the rapid test, and they said it was negative. But then they did the longer test, and they're going to get the results for that back on Saturday, I guess. So we're worried about him. I talked to him, and he said he was still feeling sick, but this morning he didn't have fever, so that's good. His father thinks that he's just run down, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Because a lot of people that get sick with COVID, they just feel like they're just tired and run down, and they get a little fever. So it kind of comes on like that. So you have to be really, really careful. So that's why they're doing the longer test, because that rapid test has, I think, like a 29% chance of being a false negative, something like that. So if I maybe it is that the sickness hasn't built up in your body, so they can't really read to see if it's there. I don't know how it works, but that's what I'm guessing. Anyway, and then my daughter, her cat, has been ill, and they knew that it had a brain tumor. They hadn't done a really they did a lot of tests, but not extensive tests, because the cat is in a position where you really, I mean, if it's a brain tumor, what are you going to do? So what they did was the vet said, if the cat's still happy and eating and still able to, live its life, but the cat was in bad shape, y'all. This cat was in such bad shape. It was terrible. It was just terrible. She would just stand in one place for like 20 minutes and in a really weird positions that you would think was not comfortable. And she would fall down when she was walking. She couldn't walk straight anymore or anything. So anyway, they had to put the cat to sleep yesterday. And gosh, I think they've had the cat 12 or 13 years, something like that, since it was a baby. The cat never grew very big. It was always a very thin cat. Although it ate a lot, it was always very, very thin. And but it was the sweetest cat, the sweetest. You know how cats, when you come in the house, somebody's house, the cats all run away and hide. This one cat always came out to greet everybody. It was a little tuxedo cat, black and white, so pretty, so sweet. Her name was Cosmo. Everybody loved her so much, and it was just so sad yesterday. They had to put her down. So God bless her. Um, she had a very good life, though. She did have a very good life, and everybody is going to miss her. Anyway, so it's gotten really hot here, you guys. Windows are shut now. Air conditioners back on. It's very humid. It's up into the 90s again, and it's back to normal. No more fall for us. Fall's over with. My husband's not out in his playpen anymore because it's too hot. It's uncomfortable to be out there now. Maybe late at night, but he's not. He hasn't been out there in the last few nights. And no, I haven't. We haven't had any alone time in the playpen because somebody wrote that. Nope, it's not been initiated. I have been in there. I looked at the sky for one night, with him. He can stay out there for hours and hours and hours, and I can maybe stay there for 30 minutes. I can't be still, y'all. There must be something wrong with me because I have a hard time staying still to watch TV. I can't, I hate violence. I hate anything that, if somebody's getting hurt or anything horrific happening, I can't stand to watch it. I have to leave, or I have to close my eyes and ears. I'm like a little child, la 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 la. I do things like that. My husband hates it, but I can't stand to watch things like that, even though I know they're not real. But this is so funny. The first scary movie that I can remember watching is Jaws. Can you believe that? That's the first scary movie that I ever went to as a child. And I was probably 12, 11 or 12 when I saw that. That's telling my age, isn't it? And it scared me to death. It scared me to death. And the whole time I can remember watching that movie, telling myself, it's just a movie. It's just a movie. It's just a movie. It's not real. And I did that so much that I could watch movies after that because I would tell myself it's not real. And then I don't know what happened. Something changed as I got older and it started having an effect on me again. So I don't like to watch horrific things. I don't like them, especially if I'm going to sleep at night and my husband wants to put on something that's horrific. And I'm like, no, put the news on or something monotone. I don't know, listening to something horrific. I don't know how I got off on that. But anyway, that's all right. So, did you guys watch the debate? Let's get back to what I should be talking about instead of myself. How do you think Kamala Harris did? I think she did very well. She presented herself, as a lady and being very respectful. And I was, you know, I was mad at the moderator. I was like, why are you letting Pence get away with all this extra time? Thank you, Vice President. Thank you. Shut the fuck up. I mean, come on. She just let him drone on and on and on and on and on. He was so disrespectful and rude. He just ran over her. And, you know, it was irritating. I wish she would have had a mute button or something. It's so rude. She didn't control him, and she should have stopped and said, Mr. Pence, you're supposed to be following the rules. She should have called him out. Why didn't she? Why do they get these weak moderators? They're so annoying. I was so annoyed. I was screaming at the TV. My husband was like, shut up. Shut up, stop it. I was just getting so angry and mad. So today I connected with my spirit guide, and I was just asking my spirit guide, why didn't Kamala Harris take him to task? Why didn't she tell him something? She never told him anything. I mean, of course she did say I'm speaking. She did say that, but she was so respectful to him, And I'm just wondering why she wasn't more forceful, And this is what I got from spirit. This is funny because my spirit guides have a good sense of humor. And the first thing they told me is she didn't want to make him cry. Meaning she could have been, so she knows how to be forceful, and she was really holding back. That's what they're making it sound funny. She didn't want to make him cry. That just means she was really holding herself back. Okay. They're showing me she was walking very softly. She purposely did this. She walked very softly. She came across strong but soft, very womanly soft. What they're showing me is if she would take out her sword and stab him and draw blood, the people would feel sorry for him. Okay, so if she made him cry or if she drew blood, they'd feel sorry for him, and she would get labeled, a bitch. Sorry for all my cussing today, but I'm all worked up. She would get labeled. That's what I'm getting. So she smiled, and she was polite, and she stuck to the rules, and she stuck to the facts. Okay, that's what they're telling me. And guess what? Trump already called her a monster, even though she was very ladylike, very respectful, smiled all the time, didn't call him out for, taking up all the time and being rude to the moderator. She could have, she didn't. And she was still called a monster. What's wrong with this man, this Trump? The next thing that I'm being shown Kamala Harris. It's so funny. It's like she's in this traditional dress of, it looks like Indian, like an Indian dress and I don't know, but I see her bowing to the people. It's like, this is who I am. This is who I am. she is very humble, and that's what they're showing me. She's very humble. She is of the people. She's bowing to the people and saying, I want to serve you. She really, really does have the best interest of the people at heart. That's what I'm being shown. Okay. All right. So the next thing I want to take a look at is Christie, because I had done a reading on him and I said, he's sick. He is really sick. He's going to be sick. But I said he'll get over it, and it's been a while now. He's been in the hospital for a few days. What I'm getting from Spirit is that the coronavirus has a good grip on him. I'm seeing two hands grip. It's got a good grip on him. He's not on a ventilator, but he is receiving some kind of breathing treatments. That's what I'm getting. And not only is he getting help from his doctors, I see lots of angels around him also. So his angels are there helping him too, okay? Also, I don't know what church he belongs to, but I see the church is praying for him also. So I feel like he is struggling, and I am worried for him because he is struggling. He's much sicker than Trump, put it that way. And he might be dealing with this for a while, okay? I feel like there's some damage either done. There's damage in his heart or in his lungs. I'm getting the chest. So it's either his heart or his lungs. There's some damage. Now, I know he said he had asthma in his tweet because he has asthma. He's checking into the hospital. But that was October 3rd. That was 5 days ago, and we haven't heard anything else from him. So I feel like he's really sick. He is really sick, you guys. So just know that. I still feel like he's going to recover, but he's going to have a lot harder road to go down than Trump has had. Okay, so the next question I'm going to ask Spirit is about Trump, because a lot of people have asked, did Trump know that he was ill before the debate and during the debate? And this is what I'm getting from Spirit. I feel like he was feeling ill himself. Not that I'm not seeing like a test came positive or anything, but I feel like Trump wasn't feeling himself and he already was feeling ill while he was prepping for the debate. When he was around Christie and all, he already felt ill. But he was in denial. That's what I'm getting from Spirit. He is in total denial, and that's how, and just like I said about, my grandson being sick, a lot of people that, get sick with COVID at first, they think I'm just tired. I didn't sleep well last night, or I have allergies, or this is just a headache, or, I'm under stress. This is a lot of stress. So could be Trump was feeling ill. He was feeling ill, but he may have thought the stress from the debate was bringing on, his not feeling well. And the way that his mind works, if you read that book from Mary Trump, they are supposed to power through everything. They have to be positive and power through illness, anything. So that's his mindset, even though I don't feel good, I'm going to power through it. So that I feel like that's what he was doing. He really thought he was untouchable. Okay. That's what he thinks or thought. Of course, now he's saying that COVID-19 was a blessing from God. He turns everything around, but that's the way his mind works, And he's saying now that the cocktail that he received, it's a miracle, and that he's going to make sure that everybody gets it. So my question is, if everybody's getting it, then Christie must be getting it. How come he's not well? How come he's not out of the hospital? It's been 5 days. I think he was in there for 3 nights, right? Trump. Christie's been in there for 5 days, and we haven't heard anything from him at all. So why isn't it helping him, So again, I'm asking my spirit guide, is Trump out of the woods? And they're saying, Trump is the wolf. He lives in the woods. They're funny. I told you they're funny. Um, he's always on the lookout. He's a predator. That's what the wolf is. That's what they mean with the analogy of the wolf. Um, he's not easily deterred, even if he is ill. And yes, of course, he is going to have more symptoms. Yes, of course he is. They're showing me like an elephant in the room. Yes, he will have more symptoms. He will still be dealing with this. Will we know about it? Probably not. Will he go back in the hospital? I don't think so, but he still will have to deal with symptoms. He will have other symptoms. They're not gone completely. And now he's talking about doing a rally. He's saying he doesn't want to do a virtual debate, that he will not do that. That's what, they've said. But he said, I'll do a rally instead. I want to do a rally. But I don't see a rally happening for him. I'm getting that the rally will get called off. He may want to go forward. He may try to go forward with it. He may try to make plans to do it, but something calls it off. So I don't know if the officials call it off or something, but it won't be Trump that calls it off. He'll be made to not. He won't be allowed to do it somehow, some way. They're going to put a stop on it. So I don't feel like he's going to do a rally as soon as he hopes. Not the one that he's talking about doing. I don't see that coming across. Okay. All right. Somebody sent me an email. I forgot your name. I'm so sorry. I'd have to go back and look at the email, but they were asking me, will Wisconsin turn blue? And I did pull a few cards on that. I got that the other day. And what I got was that it is so close. It's super close because I got that balance card and I got a few other cards that was making it very, very close. But in the end, I think it'll be for Biden. It will go in Biden's favor at a very, very close margin. I'm seeing it's very, very close. Okay, so I don't know if they'll be able to tell right away or if they're going to have to wait a day or two to count all the votes because it's going to be really extremely close. But I do think it will come out for Biden in the end. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing on Wisconsin. We'll see if I got the right vision on that. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay, guys, so I hope everybody's doing well. We have another hurricane in the Gulf. Poor Louisiana is going to get hit again. My gosh, I don't know how many hurricanes they've had this year, too many. God bless them. You guys listen to your local authorities. They tell you to leave. If you're in a low-lying area, get out of the way. You don't want to be in the middle of a flood. Already there's been so much, water saturated there. You just need to listen to your authorities and do whatever is instructed and get out of the way if need be. So I think it's got a few more days before it'll hit over there. So there's plenty of time to figure it all out, you guys. So there's no reason to be in danger. If it's coming your way, get out of its way, right? Okay, guys. Thank y'all for listening to me. I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the debate. I look forward to seeing all your comments. I appreciate you all commenting, subscribing, listening to me, asking for readings. If you'd like to get a reading, you know what to do. Just go down, look at my email and email me and we can get together for a reading. And I just want to say thank you so much. I love you guys. I miss y'all when I'm not able to read. You're on my mind all the time. I want to do readings and I'm constantly thinking, I need to do another public reading. I need to be left alone. Y'all don't understand. My husband is, oh my gosh, he takes up so much of my energy. He really, really does. He's gone right now. He left. He's having that cataract surgery. I think I talked to y'all about that before. So that's coming up on the 13th, and he's got to get these eye drops for the cataract surgery. So if you've ever had that surgery, you know what I'm talking about. There are 3 different eye drops. They're not covered on Medicare. Medicare doesn't cover them. he has to pay, hundreds of dollars for these eye drops. And he's like, should I just go pay the pharmacy or should I go? I said, go check Walmart. We have a HEB and a Walmart here. And I mean, it's crazy amount of money for eye drops. I don't understand. If Medicare pays for your cataract surgery, why don't they pay for the medicine that goes in your eye? It makes no sense. It's so annoying. Anyway, so he went to go do those things, and I was happy to be left alone for a few minutes. Get a little peace and quiet. I do get a little bit of peace and quiet in the mornings because I get up really early and he's not awake. But I I need to, get myself together in my room, and he's asleep in here, so I have to wait for him to get up so I can come back in here and do my thing. But anyway, everything's good and everything's on track. Everything's going well. Thank you for your prayers and all for my grandson. I appreciate it. I know I had already wrote about him I commented on the comment that he had been tested for COVID. So thank y'all for the prayers, everybody that prayed for him. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's a difficult time for everybody, you guys. We're all going through this together. It's putting, I don't know how to explain it. It's this energy is putting pressure on all families in many different ways, and we're all experiencing something. We all feel it, we really do. So I pray for you guys too. I pray that you guys will be safe, that your lives will be filled with bliss and happiness and not all this stress. I pray that you people that are dealing with fires and hurricanes and so much devastation. There's people that can't pay their rents and, they're having so much difficulty right now. People that have loved ones in the hospital and they can't go visit them. My prayers go out to all of you guys. I'm praying for all of you guys. God bless you all. And I appreciate everybody, just send out good thoughts and prayers to the United States, to the world, that we'll be protected from this virus and we'll soon have a vaccine, and we can move past this with a new president come next year, hopefully, right? Blue tsunami, it's coming. I tell my husband that every day. It's a tsunami. I really and truly believe, I really 100% truly believe there are many, many, many so-called Republicans that will quietly go vote for Biden. I know it's going to happen. And that's how we're going to see a tsunami. People are not going to, they may not be out there telling you, I'm going to go vote for Biden. They just will go do it. Oh, he's the president. How did that happen? So that's what's going to happen, you guys. I just feel it in my bones. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for listening to me. I love you so much. Take care. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Bye for now.